What happens when one of gospel music's funniest personalities takes a playful jab at his wife, only for her to shut it all down with vocals that leave the audience speechless? That's exactly what happened when David Mann jokingly poked fun at Tamela Mann's outfit, specifically her pants, during a live performance. But instead of the laughter stealing the spotlight, it was Tamela's powerhouse voice that completely took over the moment. Trust me, you won't believe how this playful back and forth turned into one of the most unforgettable performances of their career. And it has fans talking non-stop. When it comes to gospel entertainment, few couples can capture the hearts of audiences like David and Tamela Mann, known not just for their incredible talent, but also for their undeniable chemistry. The Manns have mastered the art of blending faith, music, humor, and family into one unforgettable package. But recently, a viral moment reminded everyone exactly why these two remain one of gospel's most beloved power couples. During a performance, David, who has always been quick with his wit and light-hearted jokes, couldn't resist making a playful comment about Tamela's pants. The audience erupted in laughter, but what happened next completely flipped the script. Instead of being overshadowed by the joke, Tamela stepped right into the spotlight and delivered vocals so powerful, so breathtaking, that the joke became just the warm-up to something unforgettable. In this video, we're going to break down this viral moment in full detail, from David's quick-witted humor to Tamela's soul-shaking voice that had the crowd on their feet. We'll also take a closer look at the deeper story behind their dynamic, why their relationship works so well, how they've balanced comedy with music for decades, and why fans think this latest clip perfectly represents who they are as a couple. And trust me, this isn't just about one funny comment or one amazing vocal run. By the end of this breakdown, you'll see how David and Tamela Mann continue to set the standard for what it means to be entertainers, who inspire, uplift, and keep audiences laughing and praising all at the same time. To understand why this moment had fans talking non-stop, you first have to understand the powerhouse duo that is David and Tamela Mann. Their story isn't just about music or comedy. It's about two people who built their careers side by side with faith and family at the center of everything they do. Let's start with David Mann. Most people know him as the hilarious Mr. Brown from Tyler Perry's plays, movies, and sitcoms. His over-the-top character with mismatched clothes and a heart of gold became a cultural icon. But beyond the laughter, David's real-life personality mirrors something deeper, a man who knows how to use humor to connect, heal, and bring joy to people's lives. Comedy has always been his superpower, and it's one of the reasons audiences love him both on and off stage. Now let's shift to Tamela Mann. Tamela's voice is nothing short of legendary. From her beginnings singing with Kirk Franklin and the Family, to her solo career that produced unforgettable gospel anthems like Take Me to the King, her music has touched millions. Tamela doesn't just sing, she ministers. Her vocals carry power, emotion, and a message of faith that resonates far beyond the church walls. Together, David and Tamela have become what many fans call the first couple of gospel entertainment. They've been married for over 3 decades, raised children, and managed to keep their marriage strong in an industry where relationships often crumble under pressure. What makes them stand out is not just their individual talents, but the way they complement each other. David brings humor and lightness, while Tamela brings depth and spirit. The balance is what keeps audiences hooked. This is why the viral moment of David joking about Tamela's pants wasn't just another random funny clip. It was a perfect reflection of who they are, a couple unafraid to poke fun at each other, while still letting their gifts shine through. Fans weren't just entertained. They were reminded of the chemistry and authenticity that has kept the Manns at the top of their game for decades. And here's the part that makes this story even more fascinating. While many celebrity couples struggle to share the spotlight, David and Tamela have mastered the art of shining together. One moment, David has the crowd doubled over in laughter. The next, Tamela brings the entire room to tears with her vocals. It's that constant push and pull, humor and heart, comedy and worship, that makes them unforgettable. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This wasn't just a funny moment on stage. For fans, it symbolized something bigger. It was about the way Tamela's gift will always command attention, no matter what's happening around her. David may joke, but Tamela's voice is the kind of gift that silences the room. And that's exactly what happened when this performance unfolded. The moment that had social media buzzing, fans laughing and gospel lovers everywhere applauding Tamela Man all over again, happened during one of their recent live performances. The stage was electric, the crowd was already hyped, and you could feel that familiar chemistry between David and Tamela. As always, David slipped into his natural role as the comedic heartbeat of the show. He has this way of engaging the audience that makes you feel like you're sitting in his living room instead of a packed concert venue. That's when David zeroed in on Tamela's outfit for the night. She stepped out in a stunning pair of pants that immediately caught the audience's attention. Now anyone who's followed the man's knows David doesn't let anything slide without cracking a joke. True to form, he pointed at Tamela's pants and made a playful comment that had the audience in stitches. It wasn't cruel, it wasn't mean-spirited. It was classic David Man, light-hearted, loving, but with that sharp comedic timing that makes people fall out of their seats. He teased her about her pants in a way that only a husband could get away with. The audience roared with laughter, cameras were flashing, and phones were recording. Instantly, you could sense that this was going to be one of those unforgettable man moments. But here's where things took a turn no one expected. Instead of letting David have the last laugh, Tamela stepped right up to the microphone. The second she opened her mouth, the entire mood shifted. Her voice filled the room with that powerhouse gospel sound she's known for. Every note soared with strength, emotion, and undeniable talent. It was as if she was saying without words, "You can laugh at my pants, but wait until you hear my gift." The audience went from laughing hysterically to standing on their feet, applauding and cheering her on. People weren't just entertained, they were moved. Social media clips show fans commenting things like, "David had jokes, but Tamela stole the whole show. Her vocals are always the star of the night. Pants or no pants, this is why they're the perfect team. He makes us laugh and she makes us cry." The beauty of this moment is how it perfectly captured their dynamic. David brought the humor, Tamela brought the heart, and together they created a viral performance that reminded everyone why they're considered one of the most beloved couples in gospel entertainment. And let's be honest, this is exactly why fans can't get enough of the Mans. It wasn't just about the joke, it was about the way Tamela's voice rose above it, almost like a divine reminder that her gift can't be overshadowed by anything, not even her husband's comedy. But the viral buzz wasn't just about the performance itself, it was also about what it represented in today's culture. Fans started debating online, saying things like, was David being too playful? Or is this just a glimpse of how real marriages thrive through laughter and support? Others highlighted how rare it is to see a couple in the spotlight for decades, still bringing joy and authenticity to their audiences. So while the moment itself was hilarious and beautiful, the conversation it sparked may have been even bigger. And that leads us to how the internet took this small on-stage exchange and turned it into one of the most talked about gospel viral clips of the year. The moment David teased Tamela about her pants, and she silenced the room with her powerhouse vocals, didn't just end when the concert lights dimmed. In fact, it really began the second audience members pulled out their phones, clipped the exchange, and rushed to upload it across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and YouTube. Within hours, the internet had exploded with laughter, admiration, and countless debates. What seemed like a playful exchange between husband and wife quickly became a viral moment dominating gospel and entertainment feeds. On TikTok, clips gained hundreds of thousands of views almost instantly. Fans made reaction videos, lip-syncing to David's jokes, and then pretending to faint when Tamela hit her notes. Some even turned it into a mini trend, captioning their videos with phrases like, "When your husband plays, but God gave you that voice." On Twitter, hashtags with their names trended as users tweeted, "David had me rolling about the pants, but Tamela reminded us why she's a living legend." This is Black love, Black joy, and Black excellence wrapped up in one moment. Instagram was filled with reposts from gospel artists, church pages, and even secular entertainers, all celebrating the couple. Comments poured in, "Tamela could sing the phone book and still move me, and this is relationship goals, laughter, ministry and love." YouTube was soon flooded with commentary videos, channels dedicated to gospel commentary, entertainment news, and relationship advice all weighed in. Some highlighted the importance of humor in keeping a marriage strong, while others focused on how Tamela's gift always rises above everything else. One viral commentary video stated, "What you saw on that stage was more than entertainment, it was ministry." David reminded us to laugh. Tamela reminded us of God's presence. Together they reminded us why they're unstoppable. The moment even sparked wider cultural conversations about faith, love and resilience. Fans pointed out how rare it is to see a gospel couple not just survive, but thrive in Hollywood. Others noted how Tamela's response symbolized the power of focusing on your God-given gift, no matter what distractions come your way. Celebrities outside gospel also reacted. One comedian reposted the video, joking, "This is how you roast your spouse, and still get dinner later." A well-known R&B singer commented, "Tamela Mann's vocals are unmatched, period." In just days, the clip had been viewed millions of times, solidifying itself as one of the Mann's most iconic viral moments in recent years. But to really understand why this playful yet powerful exchange struck such a chord, you have to look at the Mann's decades-long journey. From humble beginnings in Texas, to working with Tyler Perry, to building their own brand of music and comedy, David and Tamela have always been about more than entertainment. They've been about endurance, partnership, faith, and using their gifts to inspire. The pants joke may have started as humor, but it ended as legacy. It reminded the world that laughter and worship can exist side by side, that love can survive the spotlight, and that true gifts can never be overshadowed.